Good morning, and welcome to Heimdall's Watch, brought to you by My Anxiety Medication.
Okay. Last session, we'll call it The Search for Poppet.
Like that movie with the Star Trek in it.
Oh, the one with the whales.
Yeah, the one with the whales.
No, that one doesn't have whales.
This one could have.
The one with
That's
Khan.
our voyage home. We'll have whales then.
Which one were the bad
We
ones?
need nuclear vessels.
Arguably, everything.
The one with Janeway.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Voyager.
Especially those ones.
I liked Voyager.
Yeah, well...
You're allowed to be wrong.
Voyager had
Okay.
7 of 9.
Sure did. Sure did.
She made a lot of nerdy guys back then very happy.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Jerry Ryan. That's where we're at.
Still relevant 20 years later.
Okay. Yeah. We're calling last session search for Poppet because you guys were searching for his soul, and then after that, searching for the rest of him because you managed to lose both.
Look,
Summary?
Right.
I mean,
Goida has a keepsake. He'll be fine.
Is your shoe?
No, it's the ring.
Oh, the ring as well.
also your flying carpet.
Also
And the
the
flying
flying
carpet.
carpet. Goida's got everything he needs.
Well, it makes up for losing my cape.
Don't be shitty.
I'm not. I'm just saying I lost my cape, now I've got 2 magic items. I'm fine.
And the more important thing is that Poppet doesn't have one of those magic items. It's not about you having it, it's about Poppet not having it.
But how else will I make Nyarlathotep like me?
Oh, you have your ways.
I tried those. I need
You
magic
need
to
to
make
try
people like
harder.
me.
And you think your ring of animal friendship is going to help you befriend an evil elder god.
Yes.
A literal
Yeah.
eldritch horror.
Yeah, right.
Hasn't get it wrong yet.
On the list of things under the category of beast, it does go bears, lions, tigers, oh my, eldritch horrors.
Yes.
Really, that was because the author sort of got distracted by something else halfway through writing his list, but whatever.
Yeah, originally it was 60 pages long, but
Alright. Where we jump in, you two have made your way into the inner quad of the now darkened university, college, and Poppet's body is propped up against the edge of the fountain, just sort of back against the stone wall of a fountain, with his head sort of slumped forwards and legs sort of just like spread at about a 45-degree angle, just like holding him somewhat upwards. That's where you are. And yeah, the bell tower was like tolling with this sort of off-key toll.
It was tolling with a toll?
It was tolling with a toll. I realised I used the word twice for real emphasis.
And then I drew attention to it.
if you
Yes.
say that 3 times in the mirror, the grammar Nazis come.
Huh? You mean grammar Nazis arrive?
No, they come.
Oh, they're already here!
They do both. First one, then the other.
There we go. That's
The only way
that's
they
what,
can get a kick anymore.
So. Have we gone through the gates into the quad, or are we like at?
Well,
at Poppet now,
you're
or-
sort of at the gates. You're at the gates. You can sort of see
Crossing.
him.
I go to
Well, I
open
say,
the...
yeah, what's the worst thing can happen? Let's go.
Let's go. I mean,
go.
we're already in a dimension of darkness and corruption. What can get? How can this get worse? How can this situation legitimately get worse? Then
You could stop casting spells. That'd probably be pretty bad, I guess. That's all right. Let's get. That hasn't happened though. Let's go.
Look, I was gonna talk to you about how I'm not casting spells anymore.
Oh, were you? Tell me some more.
I mean, it's been bad. It's been bad, and it has led to bad things. So I think I shouldn't. I think I shouldn't anymore.
You should keep going.
But it's been bad, and it does bad things. So look, it'll be fine.
Look,
I'm just not going to do that anymore. So just be ready, with your business, because I sort of just a skinny guy now without anything really.
Look, I'm fairly certain no one has noticed any of the bad things that you have specifically caused in this dimension and or other more primal dimensions.
I mean,
it's fine. I'm sure no one's going to notice.
You definitely did notice, and I mean, like the
Just
soldier.
Take a good look around, like this space that we're in currently. This is the artistry of Leland.
Oh, that booming voice from the sky raises a good point.
It's a good. He does.
But
make a
no,
good
don't worry.
point.
Like, it's only a few of us that notice it. It's fine. Like, don't worry about it.
I mean, look, it's not about noticing. I don't really want to make things worse. I don't want to make things worse. I made things pretty bad, and I feel like doing more magic would make things worse. So I
think at this
kind of
point,
don't want to make things worse.
Now, I understand that, and if I had some sort of empathy, I'd feel sorry for you. But I think at this point, anything you do now can only technically make it better by comparison.
I don't think think that's true. It's only gotten progressively more and more worse. Like, I legitimately think this is an escalating. This is like an exponential scale. Look, give me a piece of paper. I'll graph it out for you, because I'm pretty sure there's more bad things, and adding more bad things is making it worse rather than adding more bad things to make it better. I don't think that's how it's going to work.
But so far, these bad things haven't particularly happened to me, and if you stop contributing at times or get into trouble, the bad things might start happening to me. So, look, if you don't want to cast spells, it's fine, your personal choice, #free country, or something. It might not be when we get back, who knows, everyone might be dead already.
And we might be living under a despotic rule of corrupted fish people. The corrupted fish people that I made with my magic.
Yeah.
You know those ones?
Yeah, but that was great fun. I got to rob all the houses I wanted. I got to kill all the fish people I wanted.
I don't think you're the right person to be having this conversation.
I guess what I'm saying is, look, don't cast any spells, that's fine, but please stand within 5 feet of any and all bad guys that we encounter going this point forward. I don't care if you get clobbered, as long as you stay alive with 1 HP and conscious, that's fine. You're now a blade of armor. Congratulations on your promotion.
Look, I think we should just get Popper to get out of here and then figure out what we're doing next. Maybe I can, I don't know, do something else with my life.
But you've already achieved such greatness. You've killed everyone.
Honestly, it would be hard to name many people.
You are responsible for millions of deaths.
It would be very, very difficult to name many people that have had more influence on global affairs.
I mean, you
recently.
literally brought about Ragnarok. Literally.
Those voices in the sky are right.
One particularly disembodied voice.
You have killed more surface dwellers than us drow combined have ever hoped for.
To the drow, you're probably some level of god.
I think you're probably half drow, to be honest, at this stage.
We finally
Maybe
found
that's
where
it.
the elf half came from.
These things you're saying right now aren't making me feel any better.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh, I don't care. All I can say is that I'm proud of you.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's the worst. That's the worst thing that could happen.
I
Okay.
only hope that one day I too can be indirectly responsible for the deaths of millions.
maybe this world should end. Maybe Ragnarok was right.
Maybe Ragnarok was right. Oh shit.
Ragnarok did nothing wrong. Anyway, Blade of Armor, let's go!
After this deeply troubling conversation, Leland is going to open the gate with his hands
Yes, you first.
on his arms, connected to his leg bones.
What happened to your torso?
He's right, it did get worse.
It did get worse.
Oh, that's right. You got hit by a tree, so you're probably slightly compressed. Okay. Yeah. You're probably not feeling great there, are you?
It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not
You got
great.
hit once and it would have been like half your life gone.
It wasn't half. It was, some.
Do you need to take some sort of rest?
I'm fine.
Alright then.
This is not the place for resting.
Sure it is. 8 hours.
maybe it
long
is.
Rest, you'll be right.
I'm
Alright,
fine. Just
I'm not
leave
the
the
one
to-
that's almost. I'm not the one that's almost dying. I feel perfect.
I'm not almost dying. Fucking calm down.
But
I
you're,
don't know.
But you're dead
like-
inside, though, right?
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm virulently alive inside. That's part of the problem.
You're just
Thanks
a
for
mixed
using the
bag of
term
emotions.
virulently. Okay. The doors, or the gates, sort of creak and squeal as they push open. There's a bit more pressure on the hinges than there was before because both the gates are slightly warped and bent from. Yeah, they got fucked up by shitty fire.
Oh, yeah.
And as the gates squeal open, can I get both of you two to give me wisdom saves?
Oh boy. I just love playing in my wheelhouse.
20.
Oh,
Natural 20?
No.
19.
I got a plus 5 wisdom save, so I got a 20.
No, so 19, is that including the plus?
That's it. That's 19.
That's a 19?
Considering I've got like a +2 here, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay. Both of you, like, hear, as soon as the gates open, just this cacophony of noise of, like, whispers over whispers over whispers. To the point where you can only, you can't make out individual voices. It's just it's like an entire crowd just, like, whispering to each other. And it's disconcerting, but not to the point where it's putting you off and distracting you or maddening you.
He said that like it was a thing that could potentially have happened. The specific phrasing implies to me.
I
Boy,
mean,
it
if
sure
it
is
didn't
nice to
happen,
retain my sanity, which I've kept throughout this entire campaign. Let's go!
Eh. It's overrated. Yeah, so keep on cautiously making
keeping
towards
on.
what's his name? Poppet, that's his name.
I will
He's
also
only
do
been
that.
gone for 2 sessions.
Two
No,
sessions
we're-
and been playing with him for 600 years.
Oh, I miss Puppet.
What is that?
That's Sombra.
It's Sombra. I got more.
Yeah.
I got more of those things. I'll show you later. I bought more.
Okay. Okay. As you sort of stride somewhat confidently? No? Yes? Ooh. It's,
I think Leland's in a
Joe.
very confident place
That-
right now, yes.
that's,
Joe.
Now, he's playing a stick of dynamite and go, this is Diva. And then there's a flash and that's...
Yeah, walking confidently over towards where I've been here before. I'm not terribly worried. And this is, I don't know. I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to be here.
I mean, you
Very
created
confidently.
this.
I'm allowed to be here.
He's allowed to be here.
Yeah. Don't
I
worry
did
about
not
it.
see any sign that said that you couldn't be here.
Yeah,
I got it. I passed
there's
the
nothing on the
gatekeepers.
there's nothing on the gate saying like no Lelands.
Hey, they're allowed
Look! I am
You're
a
allowed
member,
one.
I am a member in good standing of this organization, and I'm allowed to be here.
You could say a founding member.
Standing.
Yeah. What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong as far as the librarian's concerned? Nothing.
Okay, yeah.
All right, the billions of dead.
What?
That was the right thing.
That was. Look.
You've served well.
This is still a delicate point, and I don't really want to labour on it for a while.
Well, look, to be fair, they haven't died yet, so I guess it's potential of billions of dead. You still have time.
I'm going over to where Poppet is.
Okay. As you get closer and closer to Poppet, you start, you particularly, Leland, start hearing actual discernible words amongst the chatter that just is almost constant. And every now and then it's just like you hear the sort of whisper. Recruiter.
Oh, yeah. I'm allowed to be here.
And then sort of whispers, he's here? Now? Why?
Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Whispers. It's cool. I'm on official business. Official recruiter business. Official recruiter business.
Who are you talking to?
The Whispers. The voices. The Whispers. You don't hear whispers and voices?
You do, Hana. You do actually hear whispers, but you have not been able to make out any language amongst them. It's just indecipherable whispering. It's annoying because
One might say
you
careless.
I can only use that saxophone sample once in this podcast, and I've used it.
And it was perfect. Don't let anybody tell you different.
It definitely would not suit this point.
Oh no, it would.
It would break the tension somewhat. But no, Hana, you get the sensation like it's annoying because you know that they are
I know.
talking about those whispers are about you two, but you cannot tell what they're saying.
But
And now
I'm not a
Leland
paranoid
is
person.
responding
I'm
to
on
them.
the end of the world, so I'm okay with it. I'm perfectly well balanced.
Leland, you are standing in front and over the top of Poppet's body. You can hear the sound of the flowing waters of the fountain behind, but there is no water running. You can just hear it running. Otherwise, it looks dried and just dark, like it's made of like obsidian or shale or something along those lines. But you can hear water running.
I'm gonna pick up Poppet's body.
Poppet, in your prison state,
Yes.
you all of a sudden feels like for the moment like you are jolted upwards slightly. Like it's a sensation like you know if you've been in a car and it goes over one of those little crest hills and you feel like your stomach sort of jump up slightly. You feel that sensation, but you're also hanging upside down, so it's particularly weird.
And also because I haven't been able to feel anything.
Yes, apart from the savage pain of like micro little cuts that you can't seem to manage to work out where they're coming from.
And now this is another feeling.
This is another feeling, another sensation, another experience.
Wonderful.
Leland,
Hi.
what do you do with Poppet?
Alright, well.
Alright, I'll get back in position.
I pick him up, and I don't know, I'm trying to, like, feel if his body is pulling him in any direction now. Like, when we were in ley lines, and it sort of felt a pulling in a direction, I'm, like, holding it up sort of jiggling it, trying to do a divining rod thing to like figure out if it's pulling in any direction right now.
Float it in some water, see if it points in the right direction.
Hold it by like an arm and a leg and see if it sort of like twitches in any.
And if it crosses over, you start digging for water.
Yeah, that's. And I'm sort of holding Puppet. Come on, wait.
Dowsing rod.
Dowsing rods, divining rods, some sort of compass. You're a great many guiding principles. Leland,
Hi.
can you give me another wisdom save?
Yes.
You too, huh?
No. I already passed one. Isn't that enough?
I got a 18.
Then something else happened.
Why did it happen?
Time.
Time and things.
Oh, do you want me to tell you what it was? Because I can tell you what it is. Like, I'm definitely not stalling or vamping and like delaying times when you go like, it's too late, guys. I have to go to bed and we can all move on. And I can re-roll this at a later date. I'm not doing that. I don't even know what you'd bring that up for.
I mean, Ryan,
Seems
I feel
weird,
like the other
Ryan.
one's stalling here.
Yeah,
We should
Ryan.
just
Like,
move on.
seriously, man. Have a bit of faith. Have a bit of trust.
Yeah, Jesus.
Can we just move on with the story, Ryan?
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
We like to have fun here.
Oh, we do. We love to laugh. Speaking of which,
So what was it-
let's all tell jokes.
Will the leading joke be the number that you just rolled?
No,
Yeah, sounds like it will be.
I rolled a 13, and with my +2 wisdom modifier, which I will add to that roll, that makes that a 22. I'm also bad at maths.
It was a calculated risk, and I'm bad at math.
Maths. 15.
15 total. Okay. You both hear the whispering. Continuing on, it's getting a little bit louder. Leland, you hear basically the comments about, like, essentially about the recruiter. Ooh, they've chosen this one. This is one for Ascension. Ascension, yes. Yes, this one must be chosen by the Great One. Hana, you hear a series of voices of that one's been chosen above you. You've been deemed unworthy. This one here, the unconscious one, is greater than you.
No. Can I hear this as well?
No,
Can I?
you are hearing very different
sorry,
things.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
God almighty, you're all unworthy. Shut up.
You are beginning to feel real pangs of jealousy towards Poppet.
How?
It's supposed to be...
fact
Look, I get that's a role-playing game, right? And I guess there's like a bit of, suspension of disbelief. But you've gone too far.
This is everything you've ever wanted to be. Deep in your drow
No,
heart.
That even in an unconscious state, Poppet is being chosen above you.
Lame.
Guess I'll kill him.
It's not going to be hard at the moment. Let's
No, it's nothing, buddy.
He is a defenseless lamb.
Being flanked by an ally.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, maybe, but I have recently acquired the Ring of Animal Friendship and a magic carpet, so I guess I'll get over it. I have material goods, and that's all that matters in life.
You are slowly been acquiring all things that are Poppet.
Do you have any other rings, Poppet?
No.
Definitely not
Keep it
anymore.
that way.
Okay.
Got a tooth.
Oh, you do too.
Less said about the tooth, the better.
Yeah.
It has been a while since the tooth has been brought up.
Yeah, I haven't planted it in a while.
Out of context is a weird thing to say. I haven't planted my tooth for a while.
Same.
Anyway. Leland, can you give me a perception check?
No.
Oh, can I do that? That's what I'm good at.
No, you cannot.
Rude.
I got a 5.
Okay. You see movement in your peripheral vision. And when you whip your head around to see where it's coming from, there is nothing. In fact, the whole quad area basically seems absent of any movement or life. Yet those whispers feel like they're coming from figures maybe 10 feet away.
Am I getting any sort of inkling off of the fallen form of my good friend Puppet?
You sort of been rattling him around like some sort of divining rod, and it is sort of pulling you towards that main hall with the bell tower on it.
I'll turn to Hana and I'm like, maybe we try and ignore these maddening whispering voices and head towards that main hall there. Is
this is what it's like for you all the time?
Yes.
Cool.
It's
It is not lonely.
Maybe if you cast like really loud spells, you won't hear the whispers. Like always be casting Eldritch Blast and never stop.
Or maybe I'll hear them more.
There's only one way you can find out. That's how science works.
Alright, I'm gonna head off towards that main hall.
Okay.
I also head to the hall that is the main.
As you start to approach, you hear the bells tolling again, and
The bells! The bells! That was my Quasimodo.
Oh, I thought it was from Frankenstein.
Maybe is it? No. Wait.
I mean,
I don't know,
Quasimodo
man.
was in a
You
bell
said it with the
tower.
same inflection as "It's alive, it's alive." So
Cool.
that's
Alright,
what it was.
well, look. So we'll go with that. It's not important. I just...
Okay. But yeah, as you hear the bells, and they start with tolling, counting towards an hour mark that you're unaware of. But as you approach closer and closer, the tone of them gets lower and more elongated, like time is slowing as you approach.
That's weird. That's not what usually happens as you approach.
Hana, you notice this as well. This is not something unique to Leland.
Again, I felt like I built up the billions of on people you've already killed. That makes you pretty special.
Ah.
It's a great day for murder.
Between each of the chimes or the ringing of bells, you can hear the whispers sort of back again over the top of the noise, and both of you give me a perception check on the whispering. You're
Oh,
probably
boy.
going to get different.
That's where I'm a
So
Viking.
that's-
I got a 17. Ryan, I got a 17.
I got 26.
Actual 26.
We
Okay.
say what you do is after you roll a d20 rise, you typically add a modifier to it afterwards. So of course I couldn't have rolled a 26 because a 20-sided die only has 20 sides.
Hold on. No, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, see? So what I actually rolled, I rolled a 16. Now, what happens then in D&D typically is that I've added my modifier. Upon adding my modifier, I have come to the number of 26.
I was hoping you were done because I wasn't sure if I started talking whether you'd have another line to throw in there because it felt like one of those circumstances.
I thought about it, but those veins in your head would start to I thought you were going to stroke out, so I decided to stop.
I could be somewhere else.
Oh, could you? Oh, I didn't realise when you just asked for that.
I got plenty of things I can do with my Wednesday night.
Actually, no, that's a straight up lie. We're still under under isolation orders, so no, I can't be anywhere else.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But no, Hana, what you hear is you can actually make out more of like the background conversations. You still have those whispering doubts, but you also have just little snippets of other conversations that are completely unrelated to you two. Well, you three in the area. You get elements about talking about the Great One and his aims for new residents. You also get snippets talking about the Shard, and you also get elements talking about a new player, a new lieutenant.
Open the door to the hall. Can I open the door to the hall? Can I open the door to the hall?
You can.
I do that.
You put your hands to the door handles, and you feel like
I'm carrying Poppet in my other hand.
Okay, you get the sensation like you have a decision to make at that point on which door to open. It is a double door setup.
The door inside me. Is that the right answer?
It was inside us all along.
We just had to rip Leland open and find it.
The real door was friendship.
The door was the friends we made along the way. No?
Okay, I was just going to sit back and take
So
another
you're saying
sip
we missed
it.
Y'all can just keep saying dumb shit. I'm gonna wait.
I'm going to sit here and hydrate myself.
I want to get a cider.
But not until you've made this decision. You can decide to have a cider, but first you need to decide on whether you're going to go with the left door or the right door.
The left door.
Right.
What?
I open it with the corruption hand. Which is my left hand.
Okay. The door pushes open.
Did I fall into your trap, Ryan? Was it one of those 50-50, like, no information, win-lose traps?
Well, there's information if you actually did any form of investigation or anything like this, but you decided not to.
Right.
You decided, like...
Look, it's not Leland's style. Come on.
I genuinely asked the wrong person to do this.
It's about bold decisions.
Okay.
Goes with his gut, and his gut has shit for brains.
I'll see a doctor about that, please.
Okay. You push the door open, and inside the extends into a hallway which is just dark. You can sense that there are walls either side and a roof at the top, but you cannot perceive them. You can't visually perceive them. But you can feel the sensation of just like wind passing over your back and then pushing down this hallway. Just not like a gust or anything like that, but just a light breeze.
Does the poppet divining rod does it tug? Does it tug towards this hallway?
It pines for the hallway.
Well, then that's where I pine. I pine where it pines.
Okay, so you step in. Hana, are you following?
Nah. I've got the right door. Of course I'm following.
Okay.
Split the party.
I think Poppet's this way. I'm gonna go. Look, can you feel this? And I sort of hand Hana like Poppet's arm. Like, can you feel it pulling?
Do I feel it pulling?
Roll perception.
I rolled a 17. Do I have to explain how the whole thing works?
Yes.
Well, to be fair, in a 20-sided dice, 17 is one of those possible options. Right, I rolled a 17. Like, what more do you want from me?
Okay. I was going to try and sort of sit there and make it look like my internet had crashed and it was just like frozen, but I couldn't help but smile.
I do love doing that in Zoom meetings. It's one of my favourite to sit there and stop. And people go, is he there? Oh, David. Try to start doing things like, yeah, I'm just listening. Except you blink. Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah, I blinked. It's because I can't not.
Okay. You have to...
As you pass over the threshold, you cut your words off halfway through to make that really sell that. As you pass over the threshold, you just hear one voice sort of snap into focus behind you. And it's like, research the prison.
Well, that's sorry?
Oh, sorry. Research the prison. That's what you get.
Research the prison?
Okay. Pop it.
Pop it.
You are hanging upside down still.
Yes.
That sensation that you've been experiencing for a little while of thoughts just rebounding and reverberating within your brain has faded. And now you're sort of a little bit more cogent. And you now sort of have an opportunity to sort of get a feel for your surroundings. What do you do?
Can I get a feel for my surroundings, look around, try to see where I am, how I'm bound, what my state is?
Okay. As we described last time, you are a tasteful nude.
Tasteful nude.
I'm really doing this to the wrong person. You're the one that writes notes.
Maybe like one of your French girls.
This is not the sort of thing I want recorded. Oh, wait.
I'm always a tasteful nude.
Okay. Yeah, you are hanging by your feet, but your arms are also tied behind your back, and those are also restrained to the same rope that hangs you from this unseen ceiling. As you roll perception, and do you have dark vision?
No,
No, I didn't think so.
not without magic. I have a 9 for perception.
Yeah, you can't. You
Darkness.
can't sort of perceive a floor below you. What you can work out from that is this is either a space which has no like light options at all, or you're sitting smack bang inside the spell darkness, which you're intimately aware of since Hana does that.
I have the spell.
And you have that spell, okay. But yeah, Hana has done it for a great many years.
Mainly when Leland and whoever
Oh, for any fucking reason whatsoever, it doesn't matter. It's like,
running
hey, it's my
naked through the
birthday,
streets of
darkness.
Londinium. Naked and oily through the streets of Londinium.
Good times.
Okay. There's no light sources or I'm in darkness. Interesting.
What you can, though, you can tell, though, is there is the sounds of footsteps on stone that seem to be tapping all around the space that you're within. You just sit here, like a little, like a scurry motion, and then stopping, and then pacing at a sort of a normal human pace for a little bit, and then stopping, and then sounding like scraping, just like an actual dragging sound, and then stopping.
Can I call out to the sounds?
What do you do?
Just call out? Who goes there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
You hear the sound of like two sort of steps, like backwards.
Would you like to hear a story? Would you like to know a story?
He's just getting like grunts and growls back.
Would you like a story of Loki? I'd like to recite to them just a story of what happened with Brant being Loki, the what's the word? Deception, and what happened at the monastery and how it was all revealed to the sounds around me.
Okay, so you start sort of
Reciting my story.
reciting a story. Along the way, can you give me a perception roll with disadvantage?
Perception with disadvantage?
Yes, because it's hearing based, but you're talking as well. So
I rolled a 15 and a 16. So that's 20 at disadvantage.
okay, every now and then when there's a little bit of a lull in your tail, you can hear the sound of a quill scratching on paper, as if everything you're saying is being
Recorded.
scribed down.
I also just realized I can't do what I was going to do because I haven't had a short rest. So that was a waste. I was going to enthralling performance them, but I haven't had a short rest.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you can't do that.
No. Damn it. Oh well, they got a free story. Maybe I can build some trust with them. With the scratches.
Your story sort of finishes and you hear the sort of scratching sort of finish a couple of seconds afterwards.
Can I have a story about you?
You hear the sound of like a small bit of like wood hit the floor. There's like the sound like a pencil hitting the ground.
There is
like
a floor.
There's a floor. And then sounded like hurried footsteps out of the room. Just like
Coward. That's not fair.
And then you're left in eerie silence.
But I know there's a floor.
But you know there is a floor.
That silver lining.
And for the briefest moment, you feel like a chill, like coldness just sort of run over your body. Like if you stepped from out in the sun into like a cold room.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all of a sudden just like regular comfort to, ooh, this is a fucking cold space.
As regular comfort as hanging suspended, tied up, upside down. Total darkness. Deafening silence.
I'm not going to judge.
How else do you relax?
Okay. Leland.
Hi.
You are in a darkened hallway with your pocket compass and Hana close behind.
Hi.
Hi.
And you hear that sound sort of like echo down this hallway of just like the hi, it just like bounces off walls, and then also just like someone closed the lid on it, it's just like stops. The echo just stops.
That's weird.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I will proceed, ambulate.
The ambulators.
I will ambulators. Lock and load. Sorry,
I was going to go for some sort of regulator thing, but
I was going to go for regulators. Mount up. Yeah, walking down the hallway towards that ominous silencing effect. Just walking down. Hey, Ryan! I'm walking down the hallway. I enter the hallway, and I'm going to do what comes naturally in a hallway, which is go down the hallway.
turn 90 degrees right and walk into a wall. Step straight into the hall closet and then stay there for 6 hours. It's how I do at parties.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
It's
You
someone's
are stepping
snack
along. You can't sort of tread lightly because you are carrying another individual, even though he's only 4 foot tall. He's still it's a lot of extra weight. So every one of your footfalls lands relatively heavily. You can hear that echoing sounds of like toop, 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 toop. Silence. And then you take another few steps, and then you realize that you hear less and less echoes each time you sort of step forwards. Like the first time you heard it echo like a dozen times, then you took a couple of steps forwards, and it was only 11, and then 10. Basically, whatever is cancelling out the sound is getting closer.
I'm sure that's okay.
Yeah, what could go wrong from that?
What do your wizard eyes see?
Look, I know I have been unclear about this in the past, but I'm not actually wizard.
It's just a big day of truth for you, isn't it? It's a big day of truths.
It's look, I just want to be clear about things going forward. In that I am not. What do I see? He asked a pretty good question. I was quibbling over the semantics of it, but he did ask a good question about what I see. So I'm asking you, what do I see? Right.
Well, both of you got dark vision, correct?
Yes. Yes.
What you see is nothing. This is like darkness all the way down.
Can I
and this is...
Can I see my hand in front of my face?
Yeah. Yep.
I reach out forward and see if I can still see my hand.
You can, as you sort of put it forward, it looks like it's sort of moving away into a darker area, so it's not like as well visible, but it's there. It's quite clearly there.
I will cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
And I'll create 4 pink lights and then send them forward.
These 4 lights sort of pop into existence around your hand and then start to sort of move away from you, and as soon as they move sort of outside of your physical reach, they just fade into darkness.
Darkness there, and nothing
bring them
more.
Back.
Nothing returns. They are gone.
Some sort of magical void. I know because I'm a wizard. I'm the wizard now. No, I cast a spell and my little magic light balls didn't come back.
Okay.
Me not being wizard doesn't make you automatically a wizard.
That's how this works.
That's not how
We
this
have one
works.
wizard per team. Now that you're not the wizard,
It's
someone else has to
specifically
be the
not.
wizard.
That's specifically not how it works.
I read our police contract. That's how it works. Prove me wrong right now. You can't.
It is in the
Let's
rules
keep
and
going forward.
regulations.
Go through Poppet's knapsack, find the police contract, which he definitely has on him, and sit
do.
down and start going over the fine print.
3 hours later.
He's right.
Well,
There
I've
are
been doing
extensive
it.
notes on all of your rules.
Subclause
violations.
3, Section 2. Who
See,
knew?
I told you. Why would I lie?
Okay. You guys are...
Come on, that was kind of funny.
That was fun. You guys continue pacing forwards. And you're now at the point where... What contract law is out in front of
Legislation.
you? Of what?
Sorry?
What legislation?
Uniform law.
Yeah, duh.
Could you not get a slightly
It's
more
the law about
interesting...
lawyers.
Lawyer law.
Yeah. Law specifically about lawyers.
Fridays on CBS.
That's got to be fucking riveting.
It's not short.
No. Why would laws about lawyers be fucking quick and concise?
Lawyer law.
Okay. You keep on pacing forwards until you hit the point where you're only hearing like 5 echoes before it's gone. Okay. You are approaching the point where basically you take one step and then hear the echo 2 times and then fades. And it's not even a fade, it's just like done. Taking another pace forward and you just hear one little echo. Another half pace forward, and it's almost like that echo is cut off halfway through.
And we can't see anything in front of us at this point, or at any point.
Absolutely nothing.
Hello. I'm the recruiter. Is there anybody here right now?
Yeah, I'm behind you.
I'm not talking to you, genius.
Is there like a little desk with a bell you can ring to get the clerk to come out and assist you?
As soon as you say the words "I'm the recruiter," there is just a noise of people's of just like voices over the top of each other. It's like the recruiter is here. What the recruiter? He's early. He's late. Why is he here? What's going on? The recruiter is going to recruit. Has recruited. Has another.
All right. This is getting us anywhere. I'll take a step forward into the darkness.
I too do that thing.
You step that one step forward and are in a new room. This room is like you can see the walls, the roof, the floor. It's a
room,
like a room-ass room,
like a room-ass room. I've been in rooms before. Hey, this isn't my first
room.
It's not really a good. I wanted to try and merge room and rodeo, and it's not really a good way to. Roomeo doesn't work.
Roomeo just sounds like you're mispronouncing that Shakespeare thing.
Yeah.
The Merchant of Venice.
So it's a room, you say?
It's a room.
Cool. Anything in this room?
This is basically like the foyer area of a library.
I've been in libraries. Have I been in this library?
You've been in this library.
I've been to this library.
You did that one on purpose. This one here is very, very familiar to you. It has the tall stacks that are sort of that encircle pillars that reach up towards the ceiling. Last time you were here, those pillars reached up into beyond where you could see into the inky darkness. Not milky. Milky's the wrong term. The inky darkness, way up.
Darkness. No?
And that's where we end this call.
The squishy darkness.
This time, you can see these columns reach all the way up to like a domed ceiling.
That's weird.
And against this ceiling, you can just see like these little pinprick lights, and that are making out a star map.
Cool.
And you can just hear the sounds of footsteps going all over the place, and you can now. You didn't notice it when you first stepped into the space, but now you can sort of see like semi-formed apparitions of people moving around this space. Just like shadowish, like ill-defined humanoid shapes moving around. And you'll see some go up to like a stack, grab a book off, and then sort of open it up and then sort of move along slowly, like they're looking down, reading while they're walking. And then they'll walk over to another stack. That book that they'll hang on to will go onto the shelf, and they'll grab another one out, and you'll see them basically. There's probably a good few hundred figures moving backwards and forwards, just going to a stack, grabbing a book, reading, moving to another stack, putting that book onto the next, onto that one, grabbing another book off, like they're reading and reorganizing all simultaneously. And it's like looking at a beehive. Like, there is an organized chaos to what's happening. No one seems to be running into each other. Everyone seems to be moving around each other fluidly. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any sort of true chaos to this, but it doesn't seem to have it. You can't see like a defined order to it either.
Did Hana come through behind me?
She hasn't yet. You have now? Hana, you walk through and you're in a dark space.
Yeah,
it is like the hallway you're in. You're in a space that you know you get that sensation that you don't have walls encroaching like on your left and right hand side like on the hallway. Like you could feel like there was walls either side of you because you could hear where the sound was bouncing off them. This feels like a larger space, but you can't see anything.
Leland, are you there?
Except for Leland, who is standing maybe sorry, let me finish. Maybe about 10 feet ahead of you, just sort of standing there, like looking around the room with Poppet basically like held under one arm.
I'm like, man, are you getting all this? This is crazy. Look at that guy. Oh, look at that guy.
Yes. We're all that guy now. Pat. There's nothing here. You're going crazy again.
I mean, that's likely. No, we're in the library. This is the library.
No,
I've been here.
This is a black pit of nothingness.
Leland, one of the shapes moves towards you. Like it has grabbed a book from a stack and is just moving directly at you. You can tell by its posture it's looking down, looking at the book, but it's walking directly at you.
Is it looking like it is going to hand me the book?
At the moment, it's just basically looking forwards. It's like walking forwards, like book in hand, just like walking forwards.
Do I still have my book? My book?
You certainly do.
It is. I'm guessing
Not
it
by
like
choice.
got put in my satchel or something, or is in my bag.
Or it's still
You have
appearing
it, yeah.
and dropping behind you every 5 meters.
I will hand Poppet to Hana and say, "Could you hold this for a second? This. Could you hold this for a second?
Tag you.
Last time I put him down, he disappeared. So could you hold this for a second?"
I'll grab him by his arms, then drops to the floor, but just hold his arm.
It's like
By the like the back of the neck, like a kitten.
it's like you're handing off a kid on a leash. Oh yeah, that should make sense.
I will get my book out. I don't open it, but I sort of hold it up as if I'm going to hand it to the person that's coming towards me.
Okay. They walk up to you and sort of stop about a foot in front of you. And just like stop instantly. And then close the book they've got in their hands and sort of grab it by the spine and start like basically like putting it up and like holding it up above your head. Like they're trying to stack it onto a shelf that doesn't exist there.
Can I grab that book?
You go to grab it, and in your hand materializes a book.
A book.
Like a solid ass book. Out of this sort of smoky, dark etherealness, like a leather bound book materializes in your hand. And you're sort of looking at it with sort of the opposite side of the spine, so basically the edges of the pages, and you see the edges of like the leather fronts, the leather covers. But it is, yeah, it's a book. It'd be roughly sort of 700-800 pages. Yeah, yeah, decent sort of weight to it.
Well, I'll put my book away because that clearly wasn't a thing just now, and I will look at the book that I materialize from the ghost that I.
Do I
just
see
was.
that book materialize?
You do. Like, Leland sort of just plucks this book out of the air.
How exciting!
We're in a library.
I'm going mad now too. Oh no!
Is it what kind of book is it? Is it pictures? Does it have like nudie pictures in it? Limericks? Are there limericks? You have to tell me if they're limericks. That's the law.
Tasteful woodcuts.
It is a book about
Butts.
no. The title of this book is Architecture of the Divine.
Ooh.
That's okay. Do I learn anything from it?
Well, you'd have to sort of sit down as you start reading through it, but you have a book in your hand. This figure is standing in front of you and then sort of like tries to reach out and it's basically reaching for another point in space that's lower than the one before. And you feel it sort of, you see them sort of reaching towards your face.
No.
And give me a dex save.
5.
You feel an instantly cold sensation as their hand passes in through your face.
Oh.
Well, that's
As
not
you
good.
base, and what from your peripheral vision, from your vision, is basically like where your nose is. You can now just sort of see like the wrist of this hand, and it is fully like the entire hand is inside your face, just below your eyes.
My sinuses.
And you feel like a tugging sensation within your head. You feel this sort of tugging sensation inside your head.
Okay.
And give me a wisdom save at this point.
17.
17. Okay, I've got to have a look at your character sheet.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's taking part of my brain?
I believe everyone's going to be losing something this part of the session, part of this campaign.
Is it time?
Like how I lost my
We've
ring.
all lost that.
We're all going to lose something valuable.
Yeah, I lost my ring.
I lost all my money. Before.
He lost all my money.
That's objectively something valuable.
Got him.
By definition.
Yeah, you drew ruin. You've lost everything.
It's fine.
You didn't have much, it's okay.
I also lost, the delicate facade of deception that I've been cultivating over this entire campaign. So, there's that.
I mean, did you really have that? Really?
Okay. You feel the sensation like you've had that feeling when you've walked through a spider web and you feel like bits and pieces of it across your face and everything like that, and you're trying to pull it away and you feel every little point of contact where it's stuck, and you got this sensation, but it's like it's inside your skull.
Evocative. I
Right?
hate it. Hey Ryan, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
And you see like this arm start to retract itself from your face, and as like the base of the hand comes through, you feel like a massive amount of pressure behind your nose, behind your eyes, and even behind your forehead, a little bit sort of behind your tongue, and you see them sort of like it pulling a little bit, and then you feel just like a relief of pressure as this book, about the size of like a church copy of a Bible, sort of extracted from your face. It is dark covered, like sort of black, and it's just got this sort of molassesy dripping essence coming off it.
Cool. That's cool. What is it? Hey, give me that back. What? What'd you do to me, Ryan? Ryan? What'd you do to me? Have you changed my character sheet? Did you just go in and edit my character sheet? You motherfucker!
What happened?
I got a fun bit where it is.
What happened?
He pulled a thing out of my brain.
A book.
Okay. I have done it. Okay. You are looking across this thing and you see a name printed across it. And it's a name that's just... It feels eerily familiar. It's one that it's been on the tip of your tongue for years, but you've never quite been able to conjure it up into actual into the spoken word, or really even brought it to the forefront of your brain. But the title of the book is "The Gifts of Nyarlathotep."
Uh-oh. I don't know.
And
I don't know what that is.
This thing here is just like dripping this ichor, this black vileness is sort of like dripping on the floor, and you can see it sort of splash against the floor and then fade away into this like misty smoke. Hana, you see Leland's face sort of erupt with a book coming out of it. He seems unharmed, but a book just sort of like pops out of it and then just fades from existence.
You know what? You probably saw that, right? I think whatever you've got is spreading, so the quicker we get out of this place, probably the better. Is Poppet's corpse trying to drag itself to a certain point?
Let's face it, I don't think either of you are concentrating on what Poppet's doing right now.
I'm holding on to him, so is he like drag? Like, is his body being pulled somewhere?
Is there a ton?
It's not like an aggressive movement towards, it's just like, if you turned around and tried to walk away, you'd feel like it's pulling against and trying to go the other way. It's more like a magnetic force than like a
Cool.
a dragging force.
So there's a resistance.
Well, I don't know
more of a
about
resistance,
you,
yeah.
but you got books coming out of your face, so maybe it's time to continue following this lifeless corpse.
Where'd the book go?
I think where the book went is the last of your problems.
Leland, you see that sort of ethereal figure walking off with the book that it took from you, and is taking it over to walking over to one of the far stacks.
Okay, so here's the thing. My impulse is to chase after him, but I want to know how Leland feels after having that book pulled out of his face. How does he feel, like inside himself? Does he feel a greater sense of calm now, or does he feel a sense of loss? Does he feel itchy? How does Leland
Have
feel?
all his clothes disappeared
Honestly,
because
the
they've
first
always been an
two,
illusion?
yes.
Sorry?
Have all his clothes disappeared because they've always been an illusion?
I wasn't asking what you said. I heard the dumb thing you said. I asked what Ryan said.
Sorry.
I said the first two things you definitely experience. You feel a level of calm, and I forgot what the other thing you said was, but
Loss?
I remember thinking. And yeah, you feel a sense of loss. Like you've lost a part of yourself, but you are calmed. Like something about you is settled. Can you roll me perception as well?
Yeah.
Considering you did that exact hand movement.
8.
Look, this doesn't take much. You hold your left hand out, sort of like beckoning towards, and all trace of the corruption along it is gone.
Ooh. Okay. That was weird. So, well, what just happened? Okay. So I like Leland sort of turns to Hana and says, I think I feel better. I think I feel better now.
Oh, have you forgotten about all these millions of people you've potentially killed? Nice.
No, I still know. I still know that, but I feel better.
I am proud of you. If you can remember that and feel better, that's good. That's a good sign. You're healing.
I mean, I still feel bad, but anyway, we should keep moving.
Yes,
And
let's
fine.
follow this corpse.
Let's follow that puppet.
And I guess for future reference, like if books should come out of your head, should I do something? Should I start stabbing?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Let the books come out of your head?
By the way, you're still hanging on to that other book. Like the one that was gifted to you. You've got it's physically there. It is 100% in your hand. That is definitely a book that you have.
Okay. Experimentally, Leland tries to push that book into his face. What happens? Okay, hold on. Don't look at me like that was the dumbest thing I could have done.
No. It's me trying to work out what dice I roll for this.
What damage dice do you take for pushing a book into your face?
Now, remember
I feel like it's bludgeoning, but you did say push.
Yeah, like
So it's not like a fucking fuck sort of
like
deal.
a-
This is like a okay. What you
roll
get
the
is a
dice,
sore
don't forget to add the
nose. No, what you get is a sore nose as you push an 800-page
Ow.
tome into your face.
All right.
It is very, very much solid.
I mean,
it
it
is
was
not the sort. Not,
it's worth a try.
no, it definitely was.
Oh, no. You said you're feeling better, not that you're getting better. Right? No, this is okay.
Well, I'll put that book in my bag for later looking at,
Yep.
and we'll.
You got a book on architecture.
Woo! Oh, wait, hold on.
From warlock to architect.
I'm going to build me so many gazebos.
So many gazebos. An army of gazebos. Rampaging across the countryside.
Yeah. Pop it.
Hi.
You are hanging there, and you roll your perception.
Disadvantage or?
Not on this one.
14.
You hear just the faintest whispers on the wind, like someone's talking so far away that it's almost imperceptible, but you can just sort of make out little bits and pieces. And it's like... you said you got 15, was it? 14?
14.
For the briefest moment, you almost think that one of the voices you heard was Leland's.
That's impossible.
It's impossible to, not know for sure whether you're hearing Leland's voice or not.
Leland only talks to me inside my head.
It's not true. I definitely am annoying out loud.
It's confirmed.
The next thing you hear is just these slow steps coming from a far distance towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hilltopple, it appears that your comrades are on their way. So our time may be cut short.
It's been a pleasure.
Well, your time may be cut short.
Bother.
Mine, well, is eternal.
It's a turtle?
That seems better. That seems the better end of this deal.
It is. But it's so boring.
You should take up reading.
Oh, I have plenty of books.
I have a... Oh no, I don't have my bag. I don't have my book. Oh.
You don't have much.
No, I'm kind of naked.
Oh, no, you're completely naked.
Yes.
But
I'm sure you've seen...
don't be concerned. Modesty is nothing that I'd be concerned about.
Oh, I'm not modest.
Not at this point. No one's here to see it.
Well, you can see. I can see. Those people earlier can see.
The people earlier.
The ones I was trading stories with.
Oh, you were talking to the help.
Someone. They were very... They listened very well.
You would just talk to anything, weren't you?
Yes.
So, you tell me. Why do they care so much about you?
I'm really not so sure. That's kind of surprising. I was really just there to keep an eye on them. I was kind of their supervisor.
Why would they come here, of all places, for the likes of you? What importance do you hold?
I mean, you like me, everyone likes me.
I feel like you're coming to some conclusions.
Yes, I have concluded that. I mean, you keep coming back and talking to me.
What about this
You brought me
current
here.
circumstance
How can
I
you not
have
like
in
me if
you?
You brought me here.
What about this current circumstance I have you in makes you think that I like you?
I mean, sometimes you have to be a little rough to keep people that you like around. How do you think I kept my cat around? I had a magic ring that would make it my friend.
You never had a cat, and the ring had nothing to do with it.
It was a demon that you were cursed with. It was a different
Hey, you're not
situation.
here.
I'm a disappointed voice in the sky.
The disembodied voice of the sky says, "You're a fucking dickhead."
It still worked. To the best of my knowledge, it worked perfectly.
That is the most accurate statement you've made in a long time. To the best of your knowledge, it worked.
I'm very smart.
So our time is brief.
It's been a pleasure. Do you know how to stop Ragnarok?
Why would I stop that?
It was worth a shot. I'm just asking if you know.
Why would I... What?
I mean, if my time's brief, what's the harm in telling me how to stop Ragnarok?
I feel you're trying to get me to monologue.
I do love a good monologue. You should have heard me monologuing to the help earlier. It was good fun. You feel good after a good monologue, right? I mean, how often do you get to monologue at people?
So you call this situation Ragnarok? This is end.
That's what
end
Loki
of
called
days. This end of days for your people.
And then the cycle begins anew.
So that's what I don't like about this. If it ends, it doesn't need to cycle back around. It needs to be something. It needs to continue onwards, and things need to change.
I mean, it is nice when things don't end. Ends are normally sad.
Nothing truly ends.
Oh, that's
Ev-
beautiful.
I mean, things don't have to end.
Things change. The world is in flux. The universe is in chaos. And, well, that's where I am from. From the chaos between worlds.
The change.
But I just want my own little corner plot, settle down, and just enjoy for a couple of eons.
I mean, that sounds nice. What's wrong with
Doesn't
that?
it?
You get a nice little home out in the country.
Sure.
Or your equivalent of a nice little home out in the country, just to kick back, read a couple of books.
An entire planet, subservient and in a bloodbath. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It's the same thing. I get where you're coming from.
So, this Ragnarok, this end of days, this final battle, this Valhalla invasion. Sounds like a holiday destination.
I mean, my holidays are normally a bit quieter than that.
So, when your friends arrive to collect you, you need to make sure this happens. You need to make sure that this whole cycle, this whole end of days, continues.
Make sure Ragnarok happens.
I already have other
Make
pieces
sure
in
the
play.
cycle happens. Okay.
I have other pieces in play to make sure this happens, but I am not one to be reckless. I have my insurance. You're one of these policies.
Okay. Make sure the cycle happens.
And to make sure that you follow this path, follow this plan, impart a small gift. And he reaches out this sort of long-fingered hand from under the robes, and the robe sleeves are hanging loose and ragged off the thing. And he sort of holds his hand out just like he's holding a bowl in a single hand, but there's nothing there. He's just sort of like offering what is that? Your freedom for a small price.
Making sure the cycle happens.
Do you accept?
Yes.
Oh, good. You feel this sort of chill run over your body. And you feel this sort of coldness and darkness pour off the Alpha that is standing across from you, and just pouring from him and into you. And then you basically, this whole sensation, you sort of close your eyes and it's like, because it's quite full on. It's a pretty uncomfortable situation.
I'm
trying to pick my wording here because it can be very, 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 very shitty very fast. But then your eyes snap back open again, and you are held by one hand with the rest of your body sort of on the floor, your one arm sort of being held up, and that is held by Hana.
Hey, Hannah.
Oh god, I talked.
What's up? Why are you holding my arm?
And Poppet has snapped awake.
Where are we?
I've asked that multiple times.
I mean, you never asked. We're in the
This doesn't look like the monastery.
No, we're in the library. We're in a pretty bad place. We're in a pretty bad place. We were trying to find.
And now that you're awake, it's much worse.
We were bringing you left your body. You left your body, or something. And we felt like it was pulling us here, so we came here, which is You remember that university that burned mysteriously to the ground in the Feywilds?
Yes.
We're there. That's where we are.
Why are we there? Can we not be here?
Well, look. Yeah.
Well, I think that you're awake now, you probably can be.
Yeah.
While you guys are talking, Leland, by the way, Poppet, you don't see anything else in the room. There's very, very similar sensation to the previous room you're in, and you do have a hazy but distinct but some distinct memories of what's happened to you over the period of time. Like, you know you're in a dark space, you know you were talking to someone. There are elements of it you don't remember. Like, they feel like a bad dream.
Mm-hmm.
But other parts feel like you're still experiencing them. Leland, what you do see is another one of those ethereal forms grabbing a book from one of the stacks, and then walking back towards the three of you.
Uh-oh. Quickly, get out of here before it pulls a book out of your head.
Oh yeah, book's coming out of his head.
Out of a head. But my book's in
Yeah,
my
book,
bag.
book literally came out of his head.
Yeah, it's a
It is just walking. It's just walking. Sort of. It's not a quick walk. It's just like a saunter. It is like it's the sort of walk you do when you're walking while reading a book. We all know the one.
Yeah. I mean, I know I sort of was confident about coming here to find Poppet, which I feel like we did, and I was right, and you're welcome.
That may have happened without a help because we didn't do too much.
We brought
Except-
look, we did this. We did this. That much is clear. I don't know. I don't super have an idea of how we leave here.
This figure is still stepping towards you, by the way.
Don't we just leave here the same way as last time?
We just like punch a hole through time and space again. Pyah!
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Let's try that. Yep.
What's the end? We need to work out where we're going. Are we going back to the temple?
Well, originally we're going to Hobbit Island.
I mean, I'm a scooch confused because every time I've been here, there's been like a sort of all-powerful shadow sort of god that sort of controls this place, and he hasn't, stopped us from coming in here. So I'm a little confused. I was expecting there to be some kind of, face-off against the evil god that controls this place and that.
Do you want to cause some trouble? Because I'm happy to cause some trouble. We can still face off against.
Let's be very clear. I definitely don't want to do that. I was just
That
saying.
figure is about 5 paces away from you guys at this point.
Do we see it?
No, you two can't.
Yeah.
We should. I'll sort of move away from. Is it looking like it is following? We're going towards us, or just going towards?
Well, you've been standing stationary up to this point, so it was walking towards you three. Yes.
Okay. If we move like slightly to the side, does it track after us, or does it go to the spot where we
It
went?
course corrects and keeps tracking to you. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oops. We should go. We should go this way. Hey, come on. Let's go this way. Let's go back.
Why that way?
That's where we came from.
Is
I know
it? It's all pitch black.
Yeah, no. Follow me. There's a door this way, and I'll lead them.
Which you can clearly see. You can see like
Yeah.
a set of double doors that look like a grand carved wood set of doors that lead out of this space.
Yeah, I'm getting away from the book person.
And yeah,
book
as
ghost.
you sort of move,
Book
you move
ghost.
away. You book ghost. You sort of look over your shoulder. You see them just sort of like sauntering along at the same pace they were, and you're sort of making some, basically putting some ground between you guys at a reasonable pace.
Yep.
Heading towards the doors. You peer over your shoulder again, and they are like 3 paces behind you.
I hate that. Hey Ryan, I hate that. Yeah. I maybe haven't been clear about this before, but I hate that. I'll turn around. I'm like, what? What do you want? What book do you want to take out of my? Do you want to take a book out of my liver this time? We got like some space in here for some encyclopedias.
I'm
You
going
want to grab
Hannah
those?
very confused.
What? What is it? You want out of my butt? Should I turn around?
It's
You
been
notice
just
that this...
a couple of days.
Leland, roll perception.
Couple of days.
Hey, what would be
I don't know.
a bad number to roll right now, Ryan?
A 1?
A 1, yeah. That's I roll a 1.
Okay. You see it sort of, again, sort of pacing towards the three of you. It's now closing that gap to, like, one pace away. And it's now sort of closing the book up and actually looking up towards your party. And now holding the book by, like, the spine.
It's like you're gonna file the book away.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'll take the book. I'll go to grab the book that they are going to put back on the thing.
Your hand passes straight through the book.
Oh. That's weird. I can't touch this book that is here. Guys.
And what you two see is, like, Leland turn around and start talking to nothing and then wave his hand through something and look thoroughly confused.
That
I'm
basically
also
sums
thoroughly
up our
confused.
trip through this so far.
Leland, you see that this thing is taking another step forward. And slightly off to your right.
Oh.
Directly towards Poppet.
Oh. Careful, Poppet. The ghost is going to try and take a book out of your head.
My book's in my bag.
No, that's the whole. Let's just go. We should go. Let's go.
It's at this point here. It's like reaching. It's basically pushing this book towards Poppet, like it's trying to shelve it in him. What do you do?
Ghost is trying to shove a book in you.
What do you do, Poppet? Because Leland just said a ridiculous thing.
I just look at him incredulously. I what? Huh? I don't have shelves.
Okay,
My book's
Poppet.
in my bag.
you feel a cold sensation in the middle of your chest.
Wonderful.
The ghost just shoved the book in you.
Leland, what you see is this book sort of like passing in through Poppet's sternum. You can see like a little bit like a misting and smoking around where the book is passing through, just to sort of mask the entry wound, so to speak.
Does it look like the book that got pulled out of my head?
Frightfully similar.
Oh.
As it's pushing through, like just in sort of the last little, I will call it an event horizon. Basically, as it passes from ethereal into within sternum, it does seem to like materialize a little bit, and you can see that same blackish leather bound book, and just see the words of like Gift of Nyarlathotep passing into Poppet's chest.
That's concerning.
I don't feel so good.
And the whole hand sort of pushes all the way through to the point where like the entire book is within his body, and like the all the fingers and half the palm are within his chest.
Ooh.
And then they pull out their hands slowly, and the book is no longer in their hand.
That
And then they
doesn't
just sort of
feel
slowly reach to his pack, his satchel, and pulls a book from his bag,
Oh no.
which is a single, like a small book, with a little tag at the top, just saying "Choose your own adventure."
Goosebumps.
No, I traded that with the kobold. The book I have is a book about legends and heroes.
There we go. So Legends and Heroes. I remember you had either way. That book is now gone.
No.
You see this book sort of lift out of your pack and then just sort of like fade into this blackish mist.
I paid good money for that book.
And Leland, you see them sort of grab this book and it sort of etherealizes, and then they sort of open it up and start walking towards one of the stacks and join this sort of throng of this complex dance of hundreds of librarians moving around the space. And it's at that point that you sort of realize that you kind of recognize the shapes. Every single one of them is just a sort of a smoky, ethereal version of the librarian.
Oh. That's weird.
And then all at once, all 100 plus of them stop still and turn and face you.
Uh-oh.
And you can feel their gaze upon you. Every single one of them. It's just like cutting through you. Go now.
Yeah, just this way? Is there like
Go now.
this is I can get, do I need to validate my parking or anything?
And then all in unison, they all start moving back along the path that they were walking along before.
We should go. I think we should.
The other two of you, that second go now, you hear.
Should go.
It just booms through the silence that you've heard in this room.
I didn't want to go here in the first place.
We got Poppet back though. This was a
That's part of the problem.
stunning success. We should.
I'll
just open this door. Now we'll just
What door?
Leland, you open up the door, and in the actual within the frame of that door, you see like a portal similar to one of your ley line portals,
Oh.
just filling the doorway space.
It's a
Do
top.
we see that?
You do. Like this portal is just opened up in middle space for you guys.
Let's go to there.
Yeah, it's look, I don't know where it's going, but let's it's not here.
Go now.
I don't think we have.
I
much
walk up to it.
choice.
I just push Leland through and also go through.
I
Step
follow.
here.
Come on, Poppet.
I'll follow.
Go through the ley line.
I don't think we're welcome here.
Woo!
Next episode on Sliders.
Woo!
And will they get home?
I was
And
doing
they
it,
all
Doctor Who.
died.
So we had Sliders, Quantum Leap, and Doctor Who all in one little fell swoop there.
Ley line straight into a
And with that, we will finish for tonight.
Yay! Woo! We did it. We succeeded. I saved Poppet.
I'm alive.
Thanks for listening to Heimdall's Watch. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Isolated City Gaming. We're also available across multiple platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. Search for Isolated City Gaming or Heimdall's Watch, and then hit that subscribe button. See you out there, folks.